Hello, and welcome to the Charterstone Times, an award-winning investigative journalism and local gossip podcast, bringing you the latest news from the Santa Royale Charterstone apartment complex. Here, we aim to be your in-depth source for all going-ons in the Merryworth universe. Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to the Charterstone Times. Today is Sunday, April 14th, 2024. I am, of course, your editor and reporter for the Charterstone Times, Barry Berth, here to wish you a fantastic end to your weekend. We here at the Charterstone Times hope that you and your loved ones are enjoying yourselves. Let's check in with what all has gone on in the Charterstone community and Santa Royale as a whole. This week started with Wilbur ending his karaoke session. Someone in the audience described this performance as good. He finished his Eric Carmen rendition of All by Myself to rousing applause, and the next day went to Pets R Us to buy fish food for his pets Stella and Willa, his goldfish named after him and Estelle. He also happened to run into Stella and her new boyfriend, Dr. Ed Harding, veterinarian, not horse, on the street. They were walking their 2 cats and 1 dog. Wilbur saw Libby, the cat which led to his breakup with Estelle after it got into a pee fight with him, and realized what a sad, sad man he truly is. He conversed with Estelle while she openly lied to him, telling him it was nice to see him, and he muttered out mere platitudes about, "Guess you guys came to get pet supplies." They ended this conversation with Estelle threatening that she, Wilbur, and Dr. Ed Harding should get together sometime, perhaps hoping to use Wilbur as free pet sitting while they enjoyed some alone time together. Wilbur left the conversation sad, telling him that they'd better let them get to shopping, and beat himself up as he left, thinking to himself, of course Estelle would pick him over me. He's a living, breathing hero veterinarian. Where will that leave us off today? Let's find out. I am struck by the memories of a quote from famed American football coach Tony Dungy, who worked in the NFL for 13 seasons with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Indianapolis Colts. He has now long been retired for the past 16 years. Tony Dungy said, "You can have an impact anywhere you are." Wow. I wonder why this quote will be relevant today. Let's find out. We find ourselves on the streets, Wilbur now wearing a bright purple shirt, much different than the red shirt that he had on since karaoke night. He thinks to himself, what a bummer. Then again, what else is new with my life? Finally, Wilbur is thinking of himself exactly what everybody else has been for the past 15 years. Troubled after running into his ex, Wilbur doesn't pay attention to his surroundings. He thinks to himself, Stella and her veterinarian guy look happy together as he walks by a car as equally purple as his shirt is. A small child sits on a stoop, throwing an oversized tennis ball into the air and catching it. Wilbur continues to walk on, looking at the sidewalk covered in gum beneath his feet, and thinks she looks at him like he's her hero, and he is, I guess, also a hero to animals. The small child fails to catch the overly sized ball and takes a very awkward tumble on the street as he chases after it, almost falling into it. Wilbur continues, I suppose I never was one to her, as he walks into the child and knocks him over maliciously. Excuse me, he utters out loud. The child falls to the ground, skimming and scraping both of his knees and hands. As Wilbur thinks, I wish I could be someone's hero. The ball continues to bound into the street, where a nearby green car runs into it, instantly causing the tennis ball to explode with a loud sploof. The child thinks to himself, wow, that could have been me. What will happen tomorrow? Let's tune in then to find out. That's all for today's edition of the Charterstone Times. Thank you again, as always, for listening. And I hope you will tune in tomorrow to see what else happens in the exciting world of the Charterstone Apartments and Mary Worth.